kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we travel so far. Field and fountain, moorland, mountain, following yonder star. Dabba dabba da, dabba dabba da, dabba dabba da. Ring forever ceasing, never over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to the perfect light. Dabba dabba da, dabba dabba da, dabba dabba da. Glorious now beholding the bright King and God and sacrifice. Hallelujah, hallelujah, earth to the heavenly rise. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to the perfect light. Dabba dabba da, dabba dabba da. We three kings of Orient are. Hallelujah.
Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Candy. I love candy. Listen, I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. I'm going to read you a story. But first, before I read you a story, I've got a couple questions to answer from some of you out there tonight. The first question comes from Avery. She's from Hanover, Pennsylvania. In the North Pole, do you have reindeer as pets, or are they just used to pull the sleigh? Well, our reindeer are our pets, and they pull the sleigh. Basically, it's like a farm with horses. The horses are there, and we take care of the horses, but they also do work for us. So it kind of works like that. The next question is from Gwen, from Bentonville, Arkansas. Do you get to play with all the toys before Santa takes them out on the sleigh? Yeah, we play with every one. We have to make sure they work. If they don't work, it's no fun for the kids, so we play with every single one. It's so much fun. I love it. Anyway, last question is from Blythe, from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. What size shoes do you wear? To be honest, I wear a 4,332 elf size, which is about a 13 US. So thanks for your questions. Now let's get to the book. Gotta put on my reading glasses. This is the story of Elf. That's me. This is the story of how Buddy the Elf saved Christmas. It's a story that begins many years ago. One Christmas Eve, Santa slid down the chimney of an orphanage with his sack full of toys. While he was eating some cookies the children had left out for him, a baby crawled into his sack. On Christmas morning, Santa and his elves were celebrating another successful year of gift giving when they heard a strange noise coming from the toy sack. It was a baby. One of the older elves adopted the baby and named him Buddy. The code of the elves. Number 1, treat every day like Christmas. Number 2, there's room for everyone on the nice list. And number 3, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Although Buddy grew twice as fast, he was no different than the other elf children, and he had more Christmas spirit than anyone. But it wasn't always easy being human in an elf's world. Buddy could never make toys as fast as the other elves could. I'm the worst toy maker in the world. I'm a cotton-headed Nitty Muggins. You're not a cotton-headed Nitty Muggins. You're just special. Buddy did his best to fit in, but Papa Elf knew that he had to tell Buddy the truth. Papa Elf told the story of how Buddy had come to the North Pole as a baby. His human father, Walter, never knew that Buddy was born. Walter lived in a magical place called New York City with his family. But that wasn't all. Santa had one more surprising thing to tell Buddy. Your father is on the naughty list. No! Some people just lose sight of what's important in life, Santa explained. That doesn't mean he can't find his way again. Maybe all he needs is just a little Christmas spirit. Buddy was determined to bring Christmas cheer to his father and to all of New York City if he could. Buddy said goodbye to Santa, the elves, and Papa Elf. He knew they would always be there for him. Bye, Buddy. Hope you find your dad. Buddy traveled through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, past the sea of swirly, twirly gumdrops, and then he walked through the Lincoln Tunnel. Buddy quickly learned that New York City truly was a magical place. He made new friends. He got his shoes shined, ran circles through a revolving door, and played hopscotch on the crosswalk. Finally, Buddy went to see his father, who worked in an office building in the Empire State Building. But Buddy's dad didn't want to see him. He didn't believe that Buddy was his son or an elf, and he ordered him to leave. Buddy was beginning to understand why Walter was on the naughty list. Buddy left feeling discouraged, but then he saw something that made him smile. A big store all decked out for Christmas. Inside, a girl named Jovi was decorating a Christmas tree. Buddy was glad to meet another human who shared his appreciation of fine elf culture. Jovi told him that Santa would be visiting the store the next day. Buddy was so excited to see Santa again. Buddy stayed up all night, decorating the store in preparation for Santa's arrival. But when Santa arrived the next morning, Buddy realized that he was an imposter. You smell like beef and cheese. You're not the real Santa. You sit on a throne of lies. Buddy ripped off the fake Santa beard, and all the children screamed. He caused such a ruckus that the store manager called Buddy's dad to pick him up. Buddy met his dad's wife, Emily, and their son, Michael, and they were much friendlier than his dad. At dinner, Buddy told his family about the 4 main food groups that elves eat: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup. Buddy had a whole list of things that he wanted to do with his dad. Number 1, make a snow angel for 2 hours. Number 2, go ice skating. Number 3, eat a whole roll of cookie dough as fast as we can. And 4, snuggle. But Buddy's dad didn't want to do those things. All he wanted to do was work. So Buddy went to work with his dad. He tried coffee. Ugh. He helped answer the phones. Buddy the elf, what's your favorite color? And he sorted packages in the shiny mailroom. Buddy hadn't forgotten about Jovi, the girl from the store. On Christmas Eve, they skipped down the sidewalk together. He showed her sparkly Christmas trees in the shop windows. And Jovi showed Buddy the biggest tree in all of New York City. Buddy was so excited that he interrupted a big meeting at his dad's office to tell him all about Jovi. I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. But Buddy's dad didn't want to be interrupted. Get out. Buddy was so upset that he decided to run away. He left a note behind. I'm sorry I ruined your lives. Crammed 11 cookies into the VCR. I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere. I'll never forget you. Love, Buddy. When Michael told his dad that Buddy was missing, Walter felt sorry for yelling at him. He knew what he had to do. Walter's boss didn't want him to leave the meeting, but Walter said that nothing was more important than finding his son. Buddy was on his way out of the city, but then he saw something strange overhead. It was Santa's sleigh, and it was falling from the sky. Buddy found Santa in Central Park. My sleigh can't fly without Christmas spirit, and there's no Christmas spirit anymore, Santa explained. I need an elf's help. But Santa, I'm not an elf. Buddy, you're more of an elf than anyone I've ever met. Suddenly, Walter and Michael burst through the trees. They had been looking for Buddy all night. Buddy, I need to apologize to you, Walter said. You've been right about everything, and I don't want you to leave. You're my son, and I love you. I love you too, Dad. While Buddy helped Santa fix the sleigh, Walter and Michael joined Emily and Jovi in the crowd outside Central Park. They needed to help people find their Christmas spirit. Jovi remembered something that Buddy told her. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. I'm so sorry. I was hungry. Back to the story. One by one, everyone began to sing. It's working, Buddy exclaimed. Except for Walter. Dad, you have to sing. Finally, Walter joined in. Santa Claus is coming to town! And just then, in the nick of time, Santa's sleigh soared into the sky. There was so much Christmas spirit in the air that the sleigh flew all the way to the top of the Empire State Building. The next day was Christmas. It was the best Christmas ever. Buddy got to spend it with his whole family, doing all of his favorite things, singing and giving gifts and snuggling. And that's the story of how, with a little help, Buddy the Elf managed to save Christmas. And his Christmas spirit saved a lot of other people too. The end. Thank you and Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed our storytelling. And thank you for all your questions. It was so nice of you. Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a piggy pudding, oh, bring us a piggy pudding, oh, bring us a piggy pudding and bring it right here. Good tidings to you wherever you are, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.